Right, good afternoon, everyone. This is another RWA Productions video today. We're doing a preview game, just to look for a change because this is the first preview I've done this season. It's Blackburn versus Sunderland down at Ewood Park. How do you think it's going to go? Like, Paul Wilson, do you want to start?
Tony Mowbray derby as well. I don't know, because from what Tony Mowbray was saying this morning, it when he was there, I think it was like a younger squad when he was there. So he knows half of it, but he knows the team anyway. So
yeah,
be interesting actually how he gets on against another former team of his.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting one. Yourself, Michael, what's your thoughts?
Well, Blackburn apparently I've just been looking through their results. I think since the end of August, they've gone through a strange, bizarre sequence where they win one league game and then lose the next one, then win the next one, then lose the next one. So I think that. So I'll just go, just for a laugh, I'll go through it. Right, this is mental. So they lost at home to Stoke, then they beat Blackpool, then they lost to Bristol City, then they beat Watford, then they lost to Luton, then they beat Millwall, lost to Cardiff, beat Rotherham, lost to Wigan, beat Middlesbrough, and then they have us. So if that sequence continues, then we get a win tomorrow night, which you'd hope for. But I think that game against Wigan kind of took the pressure off a little bit. I don't think there should have been pressure anyway, personally, but at the very least, it took a little bit of pressure off going into a game like that. And Blackburn are quite well. I mean, evidently Blackburn aren't a bad side. Watford went there and got beat. Rotherham got hammered there. Millwall. In fact, actually, their last few home games, I think they've won the last few. So one beat Rotherham. Sorry, I know I should have been prepared for this, really. But I think they've won something like their last 3 home games on the spin. So it's like Paul said, it's going to be tricky. It's like the Tony Mowbray. That'd be why Sky's picked it. Like Paul said, it's the Tony Mowbray derby, isn't it? So
yeah.
That's why. Oh, Tony Mowbray's his son. He's going to Blackburn. Right, let's get it on. So, yeah, for me, yeah, I think it'll be a tricky game, but I'd be disappointed to get beat, put it that way. I think if we get something out of the game, if we lose, it's not the end of the world, to be fair. But the Wigan wins took the pressure off with these coming games.
Mm-hmm. Well, tomorrow night, I'm predicting a 1-1 draw. I don't know what you two are predicting, obviously. Paul Wilson, yourself. You might as well talk away.
Against these?
Yeah, against Blackburn. What's your thoughts of a prediction tomorrow?
2-2.
2-2. Michael Bowers, what's your thoughts, prediction-wise?
It's a tough game, this, because this is one I think could literally go any way. I'll go 1-1. I think if you get a 1-1 draw, I don't think a point is. I'd probably take. If I was offered a point now, I'd probably take it. I don't think it's a. I think I would have been more annoyed not beating Wigan, put it that way, than I am with this game. It's like I said, it's going to be a tricky one. They've obviously got Ben Burton, Diaz. Casey's on. Right. Let's see how long it takes. Let's see how long it takes to notice. But yeah, I am all right. Casey, yeah. I'm all right. Oh God, there she is. I know she does this. She does this every time. Bless her. She does this every time. But yeah, no. I mean, Blackburn away. I think it's a difficult game. But saying that, I mean, they're in the top end of the division, and I mean, I'm sure there's a weird stat that the top of the first 14 teams in the league separate by 6 points. So that goes to show how bonkers the championship actually is. But yeah, 1-1 draw. I don't think it'd be the worst result in the world. Let's see if I can get a case here to look at something where I'm pointing my finger.
So we're going back to Wigan on Saturday. We'll reverse back a little bit to Wigan on Saturday. What was your thoughts on the Wigan game? Because you two were there, but I wasn't there. I was watching it on TV. What did you think about the referee?
Disgrace,
wasn't he?
I'll let Paul go first because I've got a bit of a rant to go on about the referee.
Go on then, Paul Wilson. Go ahead.
Paul knows what's coming, by the way, because he's heard me
Oh,
rant.
yes.
He heard me rant non-stop after the game at the weekend. And yes, the case here, really, go up to Sheffield Wednesday. Sorry, Paul, go on.
Go on, Paul. Go
I'm
ahead.
just laughing at the comment like he's just put.
Oh, right, me and you chat on Saturday at the match.
Yeah, she's threatened to do that a few times and nothing's happened. So
But yeah, I wasn't happy with that referee, to be honest, on Saturday. I wasn't happy at all.
Nah.
You know, one of their players kicked Patrick Roberts in the leg. Nothing given.
Disgrace.
believe me, that was not the only bloody decision he did. There was a disgrace.
Well, all right. Patterson. Anthony Patterson, no yellow, nothing to Ben Amos.
Yeah, that's the thing I was going to mention because, it really annoyed me at the weekend when Paul, he knows that I shout. I'm next to him during the game, and I shout me head off during the game. I'll not repeat my language on here because I don't know if you want to keep it user friendly, I suppose. But for me, I was looking at Ben Amos, and I was sure over the course of the game, about half a dozen times, he did the whole typical League One thing where the goalkeeper picks the ball up, walks to the other side of the 6-yard box, puts the ball down, takes 20 seconds to kick the bloody goal frame, then finally take the goal kick. And that took about a minute at a time. So bear in mind, he's time wasted all game. And especially when Wigan were 1-0 up, there was at least 2 or 3 occasions when he took a long time to try and take a goal kick to the point where I was going, ref, you're going to do something about this. Naturally, he doesn't, because referees don't have a set of balls. And once we start doing it, the first instance Patterson does it, he gets a yellow card. For me, that's not digging out Ben Amos. It's not digging out Wigan, because if you can get away with it, there's no reason why you wouldn't do it. But the referees have got to get a backbone about this. And far too many teams have come up the Stadium of Light and just come up and gone, right, we'll just settle for a point. We'll time waste. We'll make sure we're not interested in trying to play football. God, I sound like Jurgen Klopp, don't I? Whinging. But yeah, it was just really irritating. The amount of times they were taken to take a basic throw in, to take a goal kick, to take a free kick, and the referee doesn't tell them to hurry up. And then as soon as we're winning, oh, how convenient! Wigan all of a sudden want to speed up now, and then we. Patterson doesn't even take as long as Ben Amos does to take a goal kick, and he gets a yellow card. So I won't repeat what language I shouted at the game.
Just look at his vlog.
Well, not mine particularly. Look at
Jordan's.
is it John's blog, Geordie Boy 29. Look at his blog. Honestly, I was livid. I was outraged. And the referees have got to have a backbone. And every referee seems to come up to the stadium and go, oh, "I'm not intimidated by Sunderland. Look at me, the Stadium of Light. Oh, I'm not going to settle down to this." No, do your job, mate. That the FA is employing you to do, and get on with it. I won't go into much more detail because I'm worried I'm going to swear too much. But yeah, suffice to say, I was not happy with the referee at all. And at least I can say it when we've won, so I don't sound like a bit of loser.
Yeah, and also something to point out on Wigan and all, when Patrick Roberts had the ball in the net, quite a few people were saying that was onside. What was your thoughts on it yourselves? Did you think it was offside or was it onside yourselves?
Looking back at Stephen Jalsey's vlog, to me that looked onside.
I thought it was onside as well.
The problem there is that I think with Jalsey and Steve's vlog was great, by the way, but the problem is that angle, you can't tell definitively from there if Patrick Roberts is online. I think it's with Jack Watmore. And I think it's a very close, well, as Anth just said in the chat, it's too close to call, really. It's hard to tell. The best one I could see was from the east. The east stand, I think it was, or the west stand. Sorry, the east stand. And I think that was the moment that was it Pritchard who got the through ball towards Roberts.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So the moment where Pritchard passes the ball, it looked like Patrick Roberts was onside. Which again is yet another refereeing joke. But regardless, it was honestly, if it was the other way around, I'm prepared to bet that goal would have stood. But yeah, for me, it looked more onside. But again, I need to look at an angle that proves it definitively.
Yeah.
There's another as well. Charlie White acting on that pitch. You know, when he went down on the floor.
Aye.
It wasn't just him, to be fair. The whole of Wigan were trying to do it. They were trying. There was a couple of times. I think was it is it Diekwa? I think is the right back's name is, or the full back for Wigan, and he went down at or wing back, whichever one. He went down at least twice, and again the referee just falls for it. Which is, I must admit, the one area you could argue we were lucky not to get a red card with Elliot Embleton when he goes in for a challenge, but that's probably one of the only things we actually got in that game. Yeah, I know I'm just sending back onto the referees again, but yeah, if I had to put, I would say Patrick Roberts. If you're not 100% sure if the he's onside or not, then maybe you don't give the goal. I suppose. Thankfully, in the end, it didn't cost us, but it could have done.
Yeah, we might as well get your thoughts for Burnley as well, Michael, because obviously you won't be on Wednesday night, so we might as well get your thoughts for Burnley game and all on Saturday. Stadium of Light, 3 o'clock kickoff. Obviously, again up there. What's going to be your thoughts on that one, then, Michael? You can go first on this one.
Well, it's quite weird. This is another thing. Burnley, I think, have drawn half of their games, yet they're top of the division, which is mental. But, Burnley, this game for me is more or less a free hit. I think if we get anything out of this, I think it's. I mean, I'll be. Don't get me wrong. I'll be disappointed if we got battered because we're at home, and I think at home we should be a competitive game for anybody. But if we got beat, I'm not gonna view it as the end of the world. Like again, I viewed the Wigan game as a must-win, whereas I think the Burnley game is fine. We get anything bonus. I think it'll be a very tough one. Vincent Kompany, I think, is starting to get them to play football, which is not something you associate with Burnley, I must admit. But he's getting good players in. He's getting them playing really well, and they're starting to pick up form a bit. So it'll be a very tricky one. Depends. I've got to. My heart says we'll get a 1-1 draw, but my head says it'll probably be a 2-0 loss. But if we lose to Burnley, I'm not going to be. Yeah. To be fair, by the way, we did talk about Blackburn at the very start, just to let you know. But yeah. But I mean, regardless, I would say with Burnley, Burnley's going to be a very tricky game, very very tricky game. If we get, like I said, head says 2-0 loss, heart says 1-1 draw. Hopefully, we get something out of it. But no one knows. We'll probably lose to Blackburn and beat Burnley because that's how this league works.
Right, Paul Wilson, what's your thoughts? We can have a little discussion about it now as well if you want. So what's your thoughts on Burnley's game on Saturday?
Well, actually, we were the only Premier League team to actually beat them, so I just couldn't get that, mate, actually. You know, under Jack Ross. Was it Jack Ross? I think.
Yes, you mean when we beat them when they were in the Premier League?
No, AFL Cup, wasn't it? Was it AFL Cup?
No, that's what I mean. But Burnley at the time were in the Premier League, and we were.
Yes.
Yes, we did beat them. Will Grigg and George Dobson scored. So that's how rubbish Burnley must have been.
And they're not with us now.
No,
just because you made place for Blackpool, though, it doesn't mean you can say 4-0 win. But you know, okay.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
But no, I'd be interested. This is Vincent Kompany's first job in management.
It is, yes, it is.
Second. He was at Anderlecht before coming to Burnley, but it's his first job in England.
Yeah.
How's he got to do against the big teams?
Well, I guess I'll find that out. Burnley get to the Premier League.
Yeah.
Go on then, Paul. What do you think? Are we going to get anything against Burnley?
I don't know, really. I think it depends on the fitness after the Blackburn game, really.
Yeah.
You mean provided we don't pick up another 3 injuries?
Yeah, because Gooch has been sent for a scan.
I've seen that,
yeah. He's sent for a scan, hasn't he? What happened on Saturday?
Yeah, because he came off at half time on Saturday.
Yeah, he came. Who replaced him again?
I can't remember what the injury was, but I think it was. But he was substituted, and Ahmed came on second half, didn't he?
So yeah, Ahmed came on.
yeah, I can't remember I don't remember particularly what the injury was, but Paul pointed it out at the start of the second half that Gooch was off the pitch, so hopefully he's back before. I think he came on towards the end. Bailey Wright didn't come on at half time, but hopefully I think Gooch apparently is missing tomorrow, but hopefully he's back for Saturday.
Yeah, well, actually, Tony Mowbray hasn't ruled him out. He said it actually this morning.
Okay, fair enough then.
Fair enough, yeah. So, my dad thinks we're going to finish 6th or 7th at the end of the season. Where do you think we're going to finish at the end of the season?
Go on, Michael.
No, I'll let you go first. Go on.
Go on, Paul.
Well, like I always keep saying to Sean, I think we'll finish mid-table.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope we don't go down like, Lee Charles keep, when he said when he was on here, you're not going to get relegated. I'm like, please no, I don't want the League One again.
Well, for starters, it does help that if Anthony Patterson stays fit, we've got a goalkeeper that's not noodle arms like what Lee Camp was. Like Lee Camp and Jason Steele, they can catch a cold but not a football. So, I think, probably mid-table for me as well. Right now, I'm going to say top half, but again, we're going to keep having these changes of where we will think we're going to finish between now and the rest of the season. As of right now, top half. I haven't noticed. I don't know what you two think here, but I've not noticed I thought the Championship was going to be a massive step up, and so far for me it hasn't, which I'm quite surprised by. Burnley might change that at the weekend. Watch us lose 4-0 to Burnley now. I've said this, but across the games we've had, there's not really been anyone who I've looked at and gone, "Oh, they look very good." I think we've been in every game. Every defeat we've had has been by 1 goal. So I think we're more than a competitive outfit this season. I mean, Anthony said there, top half, and I agree with him. I think that it'll be a very, very good season if we finish in the top half. But you never know if we get to later on in the season and we're near the playoffs, and it doesn't look like we're going to get relegated. And hopefully Lee's right. Then for me, why not go for it? Why not? We've got nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm. There's a case in the chat there saying Blackburn 1, Sunderland 2 tomorrow. Be a pretty good prediction score like that. Hang
on. Who's let's have a look, see who Sheffield United are playing out of respect for her. So who are they? Actually,
Coventry. I think they're playing Coventry.
I'll have a quick look. Let's have a look. Yes, you are correct. They are. They go away to Coventry.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough then. Well, in which case, then should we just say up the Coventry? Actually, no. Some fans don't like Coventry, do they?
I can't stand them.
Careful, in case you.
To be fair, right before I send a Casey on a meltdown, I think Sheffield United should be going to Coventry and getting a win. Like I think you probably want. Because Coventry are right down there, you want Sheffield United to win. I wanted them to beat Blackpool, but they didn't. So, I don't know.
Well, that's a good one by Jan.
But I'm going back again saying Norwich and Sheffield are the best teams we've come up against so far. Even with those, we held our own.
And you got to bear in mind, one of those games we had a man sent off relatively early as well.
Yeah, we had Danny sent off for the Sheffield United game, if you remember rightly. Yep. I've gone back and again, says go on then, best and worst performances so far. Well, we'll start that on a positive note with Paul Wilson. What are you thinking?
Oh my God. Best so far?
Best so far, worst so far, Paul?
That's tough.
It's very tough.
If you say worst, can you say referees? I suppose because with referees, it's like going, which one's been the most terrible? But sorry, Paul, go on. I'm trying to think myself. This is a tough one.
Best for me, I'm going to say Tony Mowbray's first game in charge. 3-0 Sunderland against Rotherham.
Yeah.
Which wasn't on Sky, unfortunately. I wish it was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to witness it. It's fine.
Oh, there's Lewis York in the chat again saying the Premier League referees are the worst referees in the world.
Come in the Championship, Lewis.
Look at EFL referees. I promise you won't be saying that then.
Yeah, you won't be saying that then.
Worst performance.
I'm
going to say Sheffield United, actually.
Worst game says Borough game, best says Resin. Interesting. It's an interesting one, that one. What were you saying there, Paul, before we moved on?
Worst, I actually said Sheffield United because of Daniel being sent off.
Yeah, for me, same as well.
I think, well, probably worst game, I'd probably go with Borough. I mean, I still didn't think against Borough we were terrible, personally. I think a lot of people over-exaggerated how bad the game was. But for our standards that we've set this season, it wasn't good enough. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a mixture between Borough and Swansea for me, because I didn't think against Swansea. No, actually, no, I probably would go Middlesbrough, to be fair. I think Middlesbrough would be the worst one, and the best one. That is a best one, though, because there's been quite a few good performances this season. If I had to say best one, yeah, probably agree with what Ant said. Maybe Reading. Across the whole game, we were very, very comfortable. Obviously, Patrick Roberts getting 2 goals. Then we scored what, in my opinion, was what should be winning goal of the season, which is Jack Clark's goal. But yeah, I mean, there's been a few good halves of football where I think, like Ben said, there, Wigan second half, QPR first half before we had that mad 8 minutes at the end, which cost us 2 points.
Yeah.
We'll not talk about that bloody goalkeeper. But the first half against QPR was good. Second half at Bristol City, I thought was good. Hang on, there's another good couple of games. Even the first half against Norwich, second half against Rotherham, patches of the Watford game. Yeah, there's been quite a few good ones, but yeah, probably Reading all across the whole game was probably our best.
Right, yeah. Myself, I think the best performance so far was against Reading. I couldn't believe against Reading. And the worst performance I thought was against Swansea because we couldn't get the ball. Couldn't even get the ball off them.
No, first half we couldn't, could we?
No. Ben Allison says I'm not going to do Sunderland until I die. Oh, interesting, that one then.
How nice will it be to actually watch a Sunderland until I die that doesn't have a crap ending for once?
I just thought, but with this one, because they were down there when Alex Neil left, will that actually be featured?
Good question.
Oh, goodness knows, Paul. I really couldn't tell you. But it'll be quite. But again, it's going to be nice because the first 2 seasons was end of season 1. Spoiler: we're in League One. End of the second season. Spoiler: we're still in League One. Neither was particularly good. End of the third season. Spoiler: we actually did the job we should have done 3 years ago this time.
Oh, they. Obviously, there's a few Sky Sports games on this season and all. You're looking at tomorrow night against Blackburn, and you've got on the 11th of is it the 11th of November we'll play Birmingham?
Yes, that's right.
That's another one on Sky.
Nice Friday night football.
Nice Friday night football, yeah. Then we've got one on in December sometime, I think, against West Brom.
West Brom. 12th of December, I think it is.
Yeah, 12th of December. That's the day before my birthday. So we'll be at home.
Hopefully they give you a birthday present then, Baz.
But it's a shame, really, because we can't beat Steve Bruce anymore, which is annoying.
Yeah, that would have been a good birthday present if we could beat him. That would have been good.
Be interesting to get his manager, actually.
Right, go on to that. What do you think, Paul? That's a good question. That. What do you think the new West Brom is going to be? Come on. You've brought
on the last one, you reckon it's going to be Alex Neil.
I was going to say that for a joke. Alex Neil, he needs his rolling contract. He needs his payouts and release clauses, apparently. So, doesn't have loyalty or anything. But, yeah.
I doubt it'd be Chris Wilder. I wouldn't.
I'd be surprised. I think they were looking at Steven Schumacher from Plymouth, apparently.
Steven Schumacher?
Yeah.
well, they'll be looking at loads of managers. I know that they're still looking at Liam Richardson from Wigan as well.
Wigan.
If I was Liam Richardson, I'd be staying at Wigan, like.
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows? Maybe go for Paul Heckenbottom from Sheffield United. Who knows? Then he's got could have. Sorry, Casey. Yeah,
for Casey's in the chat.
Yeah. Well, why do you think I said it?
Well, for me, I think the new West Brom manager, I think it's going to be, Watford's manager, Rob Edwards. I think it's going to be him.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if West Brom wait a few months, they'll probably get Slaven Bilic because Watford will sack him.
They are on the live chat in the FA Cup draw, 7 p.m. BBC 2. Thank you very much indeed for that information, Ben. What should be Chris Wilder? 100% for the West Brom job.
And then just put no chance.
No chance. West Bromwich having Paul Heckenbottom.
In case you do actually have to share managers, unfortunately.
Here's one for you two. I want to ask you this with the case of being there. Do you think Sheffield United's going to get in the top 2?
For me,
with Paul Heckenbottom.
For me, no. And I'm not just saying that to annoy you, Casey. I actually don't think. I'm still not 100% convinced by Paul Heckenbottom. I think Burnley and Norwich will be better as the season goes on. I think Sheffield United will get in the playoffs, definitely. But I don't know. I still think Norwich have what I consider to be the best squad in the division. And I think Burnley's got Vincent Kompany playing. They've got them playing good football. I might be wrong though. I said Sheffield United would win the playoffs last year, funnily enough, and then obviously that didn't happen. So, yeah, I don't know. It was just an interesting question. Well, I suppose, Casey, you're going to like Anthello a lot more than you like me. He says yes, whereas
Casey says yes as well.
Oh, well, I know she was going to say yes. For me, I think Burnley and Norwich will get first and second, whichever order it is.
Burnley and Norwich. Paul, what's your thoughts? What do you think?
Sheffield United will probably finish mid-table, the same as us.
It's not me trying to have a go at a Casey for once. For me, Sheffield United will not finish lower than the playoffs for me. They'll at least finish in the top 6, I think.
For me? Nah, I think
was Brad going to go, Sheffield United's going to get relegated?
Well, for me, I think Norwich and Burnley's going to get promoted as well. That's what I think. Possibly Sheffield United could finish 3rd or 4th. That's where I think they're going to finish in the league.
Yeah. Could maybe win the playoffs, to be fair.
Yeah, possibly. Lewis York says he's going to the under-21s game next Monday evening at St James's Park because it's Derby Day.
I'm at work.
It's not a derby.
No, next Monday.
It's the first team, it's a derby, but not the under-21s. It's not.
No, next Monday evening I'll be sitting here doing the podcast with Paul against the Stadium.
So Paul, are you classing Borough as a derby then?
Quite a few.
That's a funny one because when we had Pridey on, Pridey actually said it was a derby.
I think
we were like, no.
For me, derby and rivalry are two very different things. I think derby geographically is a derby, but I don't care about them as a rival. If we lost to Newcastle, I'd be literally devastated and furious. Whereas if we lost to Borough, when we lost to Borough about, what was it, 6 weeks ago, I was like, don't care. You're literally just like, you're not even in the same league. Well, we are in the same league, but you know what I mean. In terms of like hatred, that you're not in the same league. So, I like that. It's like a party at McDonald's. It's technically a derby, but it's the kids' version.
Oh dear.
What about you, Brad? Do you think Borough's a derby?
Close one for me. I don't think it's a derby myself. No, I don't really think it's a derby. I think Newcastle's the only derby for us, what we've got. Definitely no. Middlesbrough, nah.
Well, it's a much bigger game for them than it is for us, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
We know what they'll be like when they come to us in January.
Yeah, we'll smash them 4-0. It's fine.
We'll have Ross Stewart back then.
Oh yeah, we'll have Ross Stewart back then as well.
Sims will be back.
That's going to be a good one in January as well. The Swansea game, how many fans are they going to bring up? That's going to be a good one.
Let's hope we beat them this time.
Yeah, let's hope we beat them this time round.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, guys. I'm coming back again. Would you class Liverpool and Manchester as a derby?
Oh,
That's a good one, that, you know. It's a good one.
Because of Manchester.
If you do, then Borough is too.
If you do, and Borough is too.
Well, I guess Man United and Liverpool fans would probably class that as a derby or a rivalry sort of game. For me, I think Borough and Sunderland's closer geographically than Liverpool and Manchester is, though. So for me, it's funny because I don't class. I personally don't, but I would class Borough and Sunderland as a derby, but not a rivalry. It's a weird thing because Borough's technically a northeast team. I suppose it depends. Do you class Borough as northeast or Yorkshire? So, I don't know. That's how I'd perceive it.
Lewis York says, is any of us going to the game tomorrow night? Blackburn, is any of us going?
Nope.
No.
You liar, Paul. You told me you got last-minute tickets for Blackburn.
Their ticket office actually is selling our tickets, actually.
Sorry?
The club actually put out earlier that anybody actually wants to go down. Blackburn is selling some tickets at the ticket office.
Yes, we are, yeah. Are you going tomorrow evening, Michael? Because you normally go to away games.
No, I'm at work. Huddersfield's probably the next away game that I'm going to... Well, Huddersfield's the next away game we're doing because I'm dragging Paul all the way down to Yorkshire, bless him.
Yeah, the Casey's going to wind us up.
That's fine. I'll just wind her up out Chef Wed to get back at her. It's fine.
Well, talking on the notes,
Morgan, by the way.
We'll talk on the notes of Sheffield Wednesday because we've got... I don't know who we got tomorrow night. I can't remember who we got, but I know they're playing.
Oh, bear with me. I can find out. Hang on. Let's see. Sheffield Wednesday. To be fair, I think there's League Cup. There's Papa John's Trophy games this week. So in the league, the next game they've got is Lincoln at 1:00 on Saturday.
Papa John's Trophy.
Papa John's Trophy against Leicester City under 21.
Papa John's, by the way, I'm still waiting for me free pizza from when we won the trophy like 18 months ago. Where is it? To be fair, if you're not going to the game, if anyone's not going to the game tomorrow, at least Blackburn's on TV, so you can actually still watch it even if you don't go down.
Lewis York says, I don't pass it as Derby, Manchester United and Liverpool. Wind you up. Acacia Cameron Jude says, I'm not going to Blackpool tomorrow as my mum is working. I see you at Burgley on Saturday, though, hopefully. So I'll be seeing Paul and Michael as well as we.
Right, okay, Paul, we're selling our tickets, sorry. No, Acacia, you will see us. You will see us.
You will.
Yeah, well, I think, actually, to be fair, you could say to Acacia and Nicky, you could probably meet us at the train station or something, couldn't they? Because I think we're getting the train in the afternoon to Huddersfield. Don't know why I'm telling everybody this, but yeah, we can get ourselves down there relatively early. Acacia says, "No chance, don't you dare!" Oh God, Acacia's got the patience of a saint, bless her.
Yeah.
She'll only keep messaging. She'll be like, "Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?"
That's fine. I'll just turn my phone off.
Sorry. And tomorrow evening, no, I'm not going, Lewis, but I'll be there on Saturday against Burgley, as I just said. What's Acacia said this time? Yeah, we'll meet you at the train station if that's better for you. Mate.
I love the way you said that. What's Acacia said this time? What should come out with now? Yeah, Acacia, we can sort it out nearer the time. But yeah, so Sheffield Wednesday have Lincoln at 1:00 if anyone wants to put that game, find a stream for that game on. Watch Lincoln Sheffield Wednesday.
Or I'll be on the Wheat Chief pub. I might watch it in there before I hit the match on Saturday.
It won't be. They'll probably have the Premier League games on. Premier League games on before that.
Yeah, we'll probably have the Prem.
Although, if you want to watch Sheffield Wednesday, next Wednesday, funnily enough, they are playing Bristol Rovers at home, and I believe that game's on Sky. Wednesday, 26th of October. Right, I might have that game on record. To be fair, mind, I don't have a problem with either Sheffield club. I like Sheffield Wednesday and I like Sheffield United. And their fans were quite class with us after their fans were very good with us after we played them down there. So fair enough.
Yeah.
No issues with them there. Oh, Keisha is watching it.
Wow.
Yes, I'll be watching that game. Oh, hang on, right? I've got a question for Acacia, right? Sheffield Wednesday, when they play Bristol Rovers, are you rather Sheffield Wednesday win or would you rather Joey Barton's Bristol Rovers win?
That's a question and a half.
I'm going to see what she comes up with. Sorry?
That's a question and a half to ask.
Well, you know what
I know, that's why I asked it. I want it.
Oh, there we go.
Champion. Well done. Well done.
Screenshot
Right
it.
answer.
Screenshot it.
Hang on, where's my phone?
Yeah, well, give her a screenshot before we end the live. Give her a screenshot.
Well, it's actually on the video anyway, so it's okay.
It's actually on there anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and do it now. Hold on.
Yeah.
I love that. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday, but yeah, I mean, say for me, Sheffield Wednesday. By far. I don't have anything against Bristol Rovers. We've got Paul knows who he is. Charlie Hayne, One Rovers Vlogs, good Bristol Rovers fan. Might like Bristol Rovers as a club, but yeah, I can't stand Joey Barton. He's an idiot. Actually, there you go. That'll be who the next West Brom manager is, Joey Barton. And then we have to come up against him.
Please no.
Oh, Paul, believe me, I'm saying exactly the same thing.
I don't want Joey Barton in this. I don't want Joey Barton in this league.
No.
Stay well away.
Yeah, well, especially when he goes 4-4-2, doesn't get you promoted, and then yeah, probably does, mate.
Yeah, he complains about the water, about the sprinkles.
And
I remember that.
And right, guys, that's about wraps it up for this afternoon. We've been live for 37 minutes. That's about wraps it up for the afternoon. From myself, Bradley Young, from Paul Wilson on my right-hand side of me. And
He is on Wednesday.
Yes, you'll see us on Wednesday for another live. And down at the bottom, we've got Super Michael Bauer. Say goodbye, everyone, Michael.
Thanks very much for a case.
No problem. And
Oh,
please, just quickly subscribe to his channel and all, because I think he's on 4.12k, Michael Bowers. So please subscribe to his channel. Get him to 5k by the end of the season. It'll be.
Thanks very much, Brad. Much appreciated.
Really good. So for now, I'll see you later.
There's a message in the chat from Acacia for you, Brad.